our 7th-ranked team is South Georgia Tormenta. They have changed a lot, Alex, who they've lost, who they brought in.
For the sake of time, we'll just say they lost everyone but 6 players. They lost some good ones who have, a lot of them have re-signed elsewhere, but yeah, it's just a very long list of departures. But let's talk about who they brought in, namely Austin Pack, probably the biggest splash of goalkeeper signings that we've seen in the league. They have Gabriel Alves from Rhode Island. They brought in Prepolita from Chattanooga FC. They brought in Taylor Gray from Chattanooga FC. Brought in Perez from Chattanooga FC. And then brought back Gabriel Cabral. That's probably the most significant ones, unless anybody has any other ones to add.
I mean, I want to just go ahead and get it out there. Yannick Bazzini, who they announced today, he is my
I forgot about him.
He's my sneaky Golden Boot winner. I think he is a real deal talent.
I think you're underrating Vivas, but sure. I mean, Bazzini's good, but
I mean, yeah, Vivas is great. He's great too, but I am all the Bazzini stock. I'm buying it, just 100% of it. So there is a lot to go through. I mean, we talked about it. They lost a lot of players, but it brought in a lot of great players. What can you make of this team? Because there's not a lot of continuity.
No, there's not, and that's not a good thing. I don't know. I mean, some of the signings I really like. I really do. I think, look, Austin Pack. I mean, he's the last couple of years absolutely one of the best goalkeepers in USL League One. So I think they absolutely strengthened in that position. I think maybe they had a couple of issues over the last season or two in that position. I do think that's, to bring in somebody of his quality, and he's a leader as well. I think that's massive for them. I think Cabral, again, a great signing. I mean, he was, the second half of 2022, he was absolutely excellent. One of the best midfielders in the league, and then obviously went to Miami USL Championship. But I think that's a massive signing as well. So I'm not sure. I mean, I know they played a preseason game recently and got torn to pieces by Charleston. I had a couple of people at the game, and we were talking about the game, and they said they were not good. And some of the tactical, when you looked at them last year, some of the things that they had, the issues that they had, the weaknesses that they had, the way they set out were still evident from what he saw. And this is somebody that I know I trust and knows the game. So that would kind of, make me think, how are they going to be this year? Again, you look at some of the signings, I don't know. I mean, look at the back two, the centre backs that you have there. I don't know what to make of them. I don't know how they're going to be. The left back position, I don't know how Alves, Perez, I'm not quite sure how that's going to be. So I'm looking at that back line, the back kind of unit, and bar Austin Pack, I'm looking at it. I mean, Stretch was, he was decent for them as well last year, but I don't know how they're going to be. They do like to play. They like to possess. They've always been susceptible transitions when they do play and possess and try to build. They jump loads of numbers forward in attack and leave themselves exposed at the back. Those issues that they had, I don't know if and how they're going to fix that. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to be this year. But yeah. I don't know. I don't have them making the playoffs. If I'm we're all obviously having a guess at this. I don't have them making playoffs.
Yeah, this is one of the teams that ever since their championship year, they have been kind of overrated. a lot. Like we kind of saw what they did their championship year, and we thought of them just as this superstar organization, but they haven't done it since. Alex, what do you make of this team?
Cautiously optimistic. Yeah, I mean, like you said, they were able to do it in 2022. Ian Cameron, he hasn't been able, they haven't been able to do it the last 2 years, but he's been known to work that magic and throw together a roster of a bunch of newer players and pull together a successful team. So, wait and see, but cautiously optimistic.
John?
There's a lot of what ifs. Like you look at someone like a Handwall Labuana, when he's fit, he's an excellent player, can play the 8, can play the 10, very powerful in the midfield, but he can't stay on the field. He never really has been able to at the pro level. I like Kasanzu. He showed some signs in San Diego, but again, somebody who's not really had the pro experience. Can Prepalita, can Taylor Gray come in from Next Pro and make a difference? If all of those answers are yes, I think Tormenta could be a team that pushes for possibly a home playoff game. But we put them 7th. The fans have them 11th for a reason. I like the vision that Ian Cameron has. I don't know if this squad is trustworthy in executing it fully. You're going to need Austin Pack to really perform above his level. And I mean, he's a great keeper for a reason. He's somebody who's important because he can make an average team look that much stronger. You can't rely on that year in and year out. Goalkeepers can vary quite a bit, even if they're some of the best. So I like Tormenta on paper. I'm worried that it might not pan out exactly how they're hoping.